always remember you are love. You are love, you are love. Never forget your self-worth. You are so worthy, so worthy. Your worth. They told me I couldn't kiss the sun, and that's cool. But then I realized I am the master of mastering my own beauty. Of your own beauty. A journey carved out for me, a path on which he gave me grace every day, so I can finally comfortably breathe in my own spaces, stretched to capacity beyond what these words could ever tell. Oh yeah. Experiencing the death of those around me, literally watching dreams go unreached for the fear of something that never came anyway. Oh. And now I see that was time never spent, and now long forgotten. Oh. I experienced the death of my own dreams. We will grow old. We will grow old. I'll look after my bro. I love you, Daniel. The roles faded into nothingness, leaving nothingness behind. Have you ever grieved a love so deep and realized you were hugging nothing at all, yet you were a part of it all? Something real. I watched my own desires drowning at the hand of my selfishness, wedged in between where I stood at the cliff of God's plan and my careless actions during my I pressed on phase. Bet you didn't catch that. Because it doesn't show up the same. Freedom from depression. For everyone. So show up for them when they aren't acting the same. Maybe that's selfish, but you want the same. Gratitude and love. So I left those selfish games. I tried to checkmate my life until I was met face to face with a hard plastic in the back of that systematically colored blue car. The day my life flashed before my hashtag business goals dying light. Just breathe. So sipping grape jelly and planting clouded arbor trees rolled up in white anxiety papers, this could no longer quench this desire to have freedom. I was for 6 straight years crushed by the weight of no longer wanting to become more than what I thought only my 2 hands could provide. Well, that's new, because I am a dreamer, a creator with my own spaces. So how can I have anxieties about how people look at me when I never had a box to fit them in? So now at 31, I decide to erase the lines I allowed myself to draw with other people's hands and minds through another lens of expectations, so deep they fracked the glass walls of my mind, shattering my own plans, audaciously telling God what they are. Broken, just trust. And I thank God for the brokenness and the shattered thoughts of how this should go. Standing on a broken heart and mind will sober you up. Not realizing God is my source and guide. He will provide. Believe. I was a dying creator, not using my talents for his glory at all. And so my light was being dulled by those around me. Prayer. And I was allowing it. Growth. I gave them the cup full of water to snuff out my own fire. Evolution. Why would I even give them that key? Others telling me which way my life should go based on their expectations of how they see me through their antiquated and or tainted borders around their square lives. And my view of myself was no longer important, but God's control, his wisdom, taught me better, taught me otherwise. Sure did. I am now wise enough to know the difference, to be okay with my non-fleeky brows and wild hair. I do not fit in a box. Take yourself out. I am a star. I'd burn the edges of that cube anyway. A queen into orbit, a bringer of life, all of which are beautiful in their own right. So these days I stand firm in my presence, endowed with the right to be here, because God made this space just for me, and I don't have to share it. So now I walk into a room understanding my anointing, from where my blessings flow. Cause he created my kind of shine.
Yes.
And I shine pretty darn bright.
Oh yeah.
Exquisite even. Stupid anti-social media had me actually comparing my creative shine against a white paper background of square folks. I see through you, and I know there are fears. Those ceiling fans you stare up at night, they know your secrets.
Oh.
And see the tear-stained pillows.
Heaven does too.
And lost dreams behind those selfied eyes. Each and every one of you.
Be who he's called you to be.
You and me. You're actually those thoughts.
Just
you dream at night,
listen
but never pursue
to his plan.
For I am presently me, shining the way. I only know how and can
be.
I refuse to let what's inside die for fear of fear.
All
and things I have to get straight first.
That he called you to be.
Like what? The unknown? You mean that place where dreams die?
Purpose.
And pile up? Oh, well, I proudly stand.
Purpose.
As the sum of many things.
Love.
The gift of creativity given from my ancestors that I finally gave to myself by simply being and not ceasing to quit on my existence, you see. I've tried to kill myself a few times, 8 to be exact, over temporary battles, and so have you. I apologize to God, and I've moved on from that dark doorway. I apologize to my future and present self. So now, I walk in the presence of my fullness.
Future self.
Grateful I didn't kill this version of me.
Thank God.
To try and kiss the sun and rise without the rockets you think I am. Sounds crazy to you. Remember, my rise doesn't look like your rise. And uncomfortability is a personal. We are fearfully and wonderfully made.
Oh yeah.
To be grounded, they say.
Oh.
Choose one thing and master it. Why perhaps I want to be all at once. Everything. Jane of all trades and a master of none, you see.
I love to learn.
She is regal in her not so fleeky glory, but basic she is not. I mean, what basic heavenly being can actually sit amongst the constellations without knowing its own presence and likeness?
Yeah.
And feel peace in simply knowing heaven knows their personal secret. And God has her promise in his hands. For I am a bleeding heart, in need of someone who doesn't faint at the sight of blood.
Please don't.
Who fills my soul.
Go.
And prays for a quick recovery.
Quick.
I am a heavenly son, living amongst the humans. If I kiss the humans, I'm too much for them.
Misunderstood.
They may be singed.
But always
so I'd rather
love.
kiss the sun. For I find a likeness there.
Love yourself.
Because I stand in the fullness
Pray.
of my present shine.
Grow.
So I'd rather kiss the sun.
Heal.
Even though they told me I couldn't.
Always remember